Hey, how's it going? It's time for another vlog, but here's the thing. I forgot to vlog. It was a fairly uneventful week, aside from one thing, that thing being this guy came back, Boba Fett, after that Chapter 9 reveal and confirmation that they got Temuera Morrison back to play the character on screen for the first time in 40 years, like long before we were ever born, which is kind of nuts. And he came back in this giant thing called the Slave One, which was even cooler. Don't worry, this is the good Slave One, not the overpriced one many of you bought last year. But this actually happened, and it was amazing! Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I've still got a lot of really cool stuff I want to show you. I got started on the next Mandalorian Season 2 showcase, and now that we have seen Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan, and Boba Fett all in full. And listen, Avengers Endgame is always still here. I was just working on Thor and do plan on continuing that figure, and I'm really happy with how he's turning out already, and Smart Hulk too, with the ungodly amount of paint work that is still required. But back here, as you can see, the Mandalorian Season 2 second showcase has begun, and let me tell you, the amount of work I have already put into Ahsoka Tano's montrals and her Leku and Boba Fett's helmet and making it safe for a painted head has been absolutely insane. And I went into a lot of that over on my Patreon already if you guys want to hear more about it, but for now, as you can see, I got these super sick casts in from Aaron over at LM9 Productions. He had these cast by Forge 510, and these are custom casts of his Bo-Katan torso and arms, and then also his pre-Vizsla helmet. And now that Bo-Katan has fallen over, we can also start talking about how amazing these casts are for the Night Owl helmets. This is pretty sick. This is one that I actually did a little bit of sanding work on and is actually prepped and ready to go for the Bo-Katan from Mandalorian Season 2 that I will be doing. Just have to finish gathering reference for her, but just a really, really cool collab between Aaron, Forge 510, and LEGO Star Wars Fanatics, who he sold them through, and this is just really exciting. Not sure what I will eventually wind up doing with all of these casts, or if I'll end up making a pre-Vizsla myself at some point in the future. I certainly can't really use these torso casts for Bo-Katan, because in the Mandalorian Season 2, Bo-Katan does not have this armor anymore, but the helmet I definitely can use for now and hang on to the rest for the future potentially. But very, very exciting, amazing quality here with these casts by Forge 510, and obviously great sculpting work by Aaron. All right, now I just wanted to offer my quick thoughts on Temuera Morrison returning to the role of Boba Fett, now on screen beyond just a voice role. And man, I thought he was brilliant in every way. I thought he completely nailed the performance, and I was picking through a bit of the the New York Times article that came out today with Temuera Morrison, where he kind of shared his experience finally getting the call after watching the new Disney era Star Wars movies and basically just assuming that he would either be recast or never even called back in. And I cannot believe that he, first of all, thought that he could even be recast so that anyone else can play the Fetts. And I must say, it's just so kind of heartwarming to read about how when he first went in with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, Temuera Morrison, like one of the coolest people on the planet, was nervous, and so much of what they were saying was going over his head. And I think that's just so hilarious, because I think he really deserved to finally have this happen. And I just cannot believe how much they achieved in the episode with Din Djarin meeting him, how fierce Boba is now, the raspiness to his voice, how he looks. I freaking loved how Fennec Shand came back, and now how, even though it's kind of goofy, at least Ming-Na Wen will not be wasted in Star Wars anymore and is actually getting a sufficient role beyond the garbage that was Chapter 5 of Mando Season 1. And I must say as well, I cannot believe how incredible the fighting sequences were with him. I mean, just first of all, with the gaffy staff from the Tusken Raiders that he's now using, I assume, since his time on Tatooine after Return of the Jedi and recovering and everything. He probably got very familiar with the Tuskens during that time, and so he's using them when the stormtroopers arrive on Tython, and oh my god, Tamira Morrison channeling that Maori culture was just so incredible to watch. I loved it. I think Robert Rodriguez did a great job directing. And then when the stormtroopers arrive, I thought that they were just going to straight up do the dark troopers like right away. So the whole episode I'm freaking out, just like waiting for the dark troopers to arrive on the surface of Tython, which unfortunately was literally just California, which was really lame and bummed me out. But when Boba finally suits up, puts on his armor that he's trying to retrieve back from Din after taking it off Tatooine from Cobb Vanth, man, that was wild. Everything about Boba Fett suited up in the armor again, taking on stormtroopers. I mean, the new score from Ludwig, as he literally sounds like the boogeyman is coming. It's phenomenal. It was amazing. And then the stormtroopers literally run. Moff Gideon destroys the freaking Razor Crest, and now it's gone. So rip to the Razor Crest. Our predictions came true. The Dark Troopers took Baby Yoda. Grogu has now been taken by Moff Gideon, and we are heading for one hell of a two-part finale, as Boba Fett is now honor-bound, as promised, to ensure the safety of Grogu and Mando, as agreed, kind of agreed, when he wanted to make the deal to get his armor back. So this is going to be an amazing last couple episodes. I'm going to get this vlog edited together and out to you guys so I can get back to work on these custom minifigures. No idea what the next video is going to be on the main channel, but I did post a video going a little bit in depth on getting started with the sculpt for Ahsoka, so definitely check that out if you're interested. That is up on the main channel, but I will see you guys next week. Apologies for the shorter, more rambly vlog, as I showed you what I'm working on here for the Mando Season 2, and just kind of talking about Boba's return after all these years of rumors and not knowing if it would actually happen. Everything with the Josh Trank Boba Fett movie all those years ago falling through, Solo crushing any dreams that we had of getting these characters movies, and then Disney Plus completely restoring all of it and now having it come to fruition, and Boba Fett finally making his reemergence in The Mandalorian Season 2 has been amazing. So with that, I will see you guys next week. Thank you for hanging out with me, and stay safe out there, keep creating, and this is the way.